Bam.
And
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear the Red Deer Killers at the end?
yeah,
That was pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. It's funny what you can do with AI these days. Eh?
where you want, really.
I know it's almost scary. It's almost scary.
Oh, it's scary.
You know, it's like it's a pretty good voice, and it puts the whole song in there, right? Like it generates everything, and it's like 30 seconds it takes to make the song.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, crazy. But anyway, so what's new? How's your arm doing? Your injury?
I practiced a little bit the other day with it.
Nice, nice. Just took it easy.
Took it easy, kind of
Yeah,
tested a little bit just to see.
right on.
It's still healing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, it doesn't feel. Does it feel like something that's definitely healing and it's going to get better?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. You
Feels
know.
better. It feels better every day type of thing.
Oh, good. Because when you get that injury and it's just like, oh, I don't know if it's ever going to heal. I hate those ones. I've had a couple.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Feel
But
that.
yeah, so we'll talk about Mayhem a little bit, but I can say a couple guys from Alberta won today. Victor
Yeah.
third, yeah. And a tough class too. Like Artem Taranenko was there.
Yep. Shout out to Victor for his left hand pin.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got a pin on Artem. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And they look pretty
Basically
good
held
too.
in center and just kind of
He
hit
did
the
that
curve
height thing too. He did that
and
height thing that I'm working
came
on.
up. And yeah,
Yeah, Victor kind of pulls how I want to start pulling. Yeah. That's that style I want to use. So it's good defensively, and I don't know, it's good to keep what you get too. I like that. But yeah, and then Fraser Benoit, you know what? Shout out to him. He got first and third place. I don't know if it was an open class or the masters class though, or like
fair enough. Yeah.
could have been grandmasters actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I
No, that's
guess if it was the grandmaster class, it's a little different, but I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the Ottawa Open though, it's got like I think every class has at least 12 people in it. Like every class. That's kind of brutal having that many people.
I've been in tournaments where there's that many people. It's
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
end up pulling 6, 7 times. It's like holy
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've had it with seven guys and I feel I pull like six, 7 times. So yeah. So imagine like 20
Yeah, honest.
class. That'd be just nuts. Yeah. I mean, the super class never seems to really fill up like that. Like we'll get at a local tournament, there'll be like five guys usually, and sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll have six or seven. But I think the lighter classes are usually a lot more stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's you can't really go anywhere up from super heavy, right?
No, no, that's the thing.
When you're light, especially if you're on the really low spectrum, you can kind of go up as you want. You know,
Yeah. You can pull multiple classes then.
pull
Yeah.
multiple classes. You don't even have to go up. You can just pull up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. And you know what, too? I think it's easier for the lighter classes. And the reason I say it is I don't know, like feeling you on the table and feeling somebody at 176, or like a little higher, even the next weight class, the strength gap isn't that big. I mean, it's big, but it's not that big. So you could
No.
get if you're at the top of your class, you could probably pull one or two class. You could pull probably six entries probably. Yeah.
Yeah, and as long as you're not pulling the number one guys in the upper
Mhm.
classes, you should do pretty good.
Yeah, like if the bracket works so good, right?
Yeah. But
Yes.
like you said, as the higher you go, the less that kind of
Yeah.
applies. Right?
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. But I mean, I guess you're finishing with the higher class too. So that's a perk, right? If you are in the top of your weight class, you have everything for your weight class and you still, it just progressively gets harder. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't usually get easier, but
Well, yeah. No, it probably doesn't. I mean, that's a given.
no, it's just great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I pulled masters in the open. That's what I can
Yeah.
do. or not the Open, just my weight class. And then if
That's
there's
where
an
you
Open,
might that's where it might get easier actually, because the pro might be majorly competitive and the master might be a little more relaxed. So if you are also
sometimes
kind
it
of
is.
competitive, you might do a lot better in the masters.
Yeah,
Even
sometimes
though
it is.
you're kind of going into a new class that's opening up for you, right?
Well, yeah, and the weight's hard because actually, like all my promotions now, I'm trying to
Up
change
and
it.
down 200, right?
Well, yeah, it's too crazy though. I mean, like if you're 205 and you got to go against, like, I usually walk in 300 pounds, right? Like,
There should be 4 classes for masters, I think,
I think so. I think so. I think
to make
four.
it fair.
I
You
think so.
could do 3, but I don't know if it would. You could do 220 above. You could do like 189 to 220, and then you could do
That's what I was thinking. I do 150, well, like 0 to 189, and then
yeah, yeah,
189
definitely,
to 225, and then 225 or 220, like whatever.
yeah, whichever one.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, yeah, that would be good. I mean, promoters, it's more prizes and more prize money, right? But the thing is, it makes it more fair. I mean, like
yeah.
Dale weighs in at 207. So
He
Dale
would
would
do a
have,
lot better in the 220 class, right?
well, yeah, he'd have to pull me, but he
And
would have to do,
Someone like Brad can get to the 189 class. You know what I mean? He's in that 189 class, so
yeah,
it's
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
there's
Sean just,
enough masters too. There's enough when you really think about it. There's enough you can do it. They just have to show up
yeah, no, it's
all at the
true.
same time, type of thing, right?
But yeah, you know
But if
what?
you advertise, hey, we're doing a.
Well, yeah. I mean,
The reason why they don't do it is probably because there was low attendance
mhm.
in classes, so they're just like, okay, we'll
Yeah,
just go
that's why
under it
they
over.
do it. That's why they do it too. Yeah. But I mean, if you really want to motivate people to join the Masters, because some guys might pass on it. They'll be like, yeah, I'm 209. I pull Masters, right, wastes my arm. And then when I pull the pro class, I'll do shitty. You know what I mean? So it like
Well, yeah,
discourages.
especially if you're someone like Brad, who's
Mhm.
be pulling you.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, Brad, I think, walks around
Well,
200
sorry, I mean,
pounds.
not he wouldn't be pulling you, but he could get to 200 pounds.
Well, he walks around close to 200, 190 something.
Exactly. So it's like if he didn't trim down to like that 189, which he definitely could make, he could
Yeah.
he could pull you. It's like what?
I know. It's not fair. I mean, it
But
makes
yeah,
no
that's just
sense.
the name of the game, right? It's the name of the game. Maybe
Well,
as the
I'm
sport gets bigger, there'll be more attendance, and then you'll
well,
be
I
able to.
mean, I was in a master's class at provincials 2 years ago that was actually just as stacked, if not more, than the pro class. So you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, everybody. I mean, Josh Bellin was in the class. You had Corey Booker guy. He's so strong. I don't know why he doesn't arm wrestle more. You had
man, there's nothing more true than the fact of every tournament. It all depends who shows up, man. You could
yeah,
be
it
the king of
does.
the tournament
Yeah,
if the right people show up, and you could be dead last if the wrong people show up.
you could. I mean, you never know who shows up, right?
There's
Like,
there's basically no one on the planet that there's not 10 guys better than you. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
there's some guys out there obviously in the top 10, but besides
yeah,
that,
yeah.
those 10 people
That's
show up, you're done.
That's why you never focus on who's in your class. Don't even focus on who's there, and just say whoever's there, I want a podium. You know what I mean? No matter what. So you know what I mean? And don't even
Yeah,
think about it. Because I've gotten in
always
my head
aim to
too.
win though, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I've gotten in my head before, been like, oh, why am I entering? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look who's here. But then I said to myself, that's just stupid. You could get a good bracket and you can get the right people in the early rounds. And then you might get one of those guys and have a chance against them, especially if they've had a war with somebody. You know what I mean?
Completely. That's the way to do it, really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I don't know. I've heard people say, I'm not going that. Where do I? Those guys are going. Screw it. I'm not going that. I'm like, that's a bet. That's like not the way to
You
think, man.
gotta seek. You gotta seek the challenge sometimes.
Yeah, man. And not only that, that's how you get better, right? Like
That's the only way to get better.
yeah, you're only as good as the people you pull, right? So, I mean,
Okay, I don't want to get all crazy here, but I got the
yeah,
Dragon Ball shirt on.
I love
Arm
it.
wrestling's kind of like being a Saiyan. You gotta,
Yes.
get
Well, Super
down to
Saiyan.
get better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a Zenkai. You know,
Yeah. I'll pull a Frieza, I mean a Vegeta.
getting too nerdy for the stream. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's okay. If you were to look at my wall is all
Oh
Dragon
yeah,
Ball.
no, I know. Me and you both love Dragon Ball.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's all arm wrestling shit and Dragon Ball on my walls. So
No, it's kind of funny though. It's true though. The more damage you take, like as long as it's good damage, you'll come back stronger. for arm
Yeah,
wrestling.
it's
That's
true.
one of the only ways to get stronger. You have to sit there and get the micro tears and the blood flow from
Yeah,
the specific angles of arm wrestling.
yeah.
Training's one thing, but getting on the table, that's why table time is
Just
worth
yeah,
5 days in the gym, 1 day table time. You know what I mean?
totally. Because you're redlining, right? Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it also drains your body a lot more than the gym 1 day of gym.
Oh
That's why it's
yeah,
like equivalent to like 5 because you have to
yeah.
recover a lot more.
Yeah, like almost even the matches I win, the next day I'm tense somewhere or tight somewhere because I was so
Oh,
tense in
dude,
that match.
I'm usually for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, sometimes after a match,
Oh,
I'll
I've had
feel,
it.
oh yeah, I'm still tight there. Oh yeah, that's sore.
Yeah, I've had it. I've had it. I usually work it out though, because I usually feel it and then I'll work on it every day.
It's the
Like,
ready goes, man.
yeah, but you're right.
Don't train ready goes hard before a match.
No, no, I do. I
You'll
use
burn out your tendon. Your tendons take 2 to 3 weeks. If you burn those out a week before your match,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do almost no load when I train my ready goes. Like I just like a thin
yeah.
little tiny band I use, and I'll just train my hit, right? So or whatever I'm gonna do.
When you're training the ready go, you're not trying to train speed because the better the muscle memory and fluidity, the faster
Reaction.
you'll be. It's not
Yeah.
about trying to be fast. It's trying about
No,
be
it's about yep,
perfect in the exact execution of your angle, so that
yeah.
eventually you'll be
Muscle
perfectly
memory.
locked in that angle. Right?
It's just muscle memory. Yeah.
You'll see. Look at all the people that are really good, and you'll see that
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, they have that
they're,
just
they're always going right to their lane. Boom. There's no
yeah,
question, right?
yeah. Yeah, because the muscle memory and then with the nervous twitch, it's just a natural reaction. You make it a natural reaction for your body, right? That's why you should drill it in. They say like thousands of times. Always practice your hit. When I first started, Matt used to tell me, he'd be like, no, like, dude. So they showed me how to top roll when I started. Sean did. And Matt's like, videotape it and just keep doing it. And then if you watch the tape and you see, just correct it and just until you got that rhythm, do it hundreds and hundreds, like just over and over again. Just keep doing it. And I did it. And I mean, my original top roll was decent, but and then you gotta up the game and learn the other stuff. So not just top rolling
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah. So
Well, what happens when you can't top roll the guy?
well, that's right. And I fell into that trap a few times where it's like I'm on my bicep now, right? Because he went into a hook and all I was training was top roll, right? Yeah. So
It'll happen, man. We've
yeah.
all been there.
Yeah, the stopping power is coming though. We were doing table curls with 135 pounds last Sunday.
Mhm.
It was pretty decent. We're our goal right now is just 150. So it's not far off. A few weeks.
I could
Actually,
do
yeah.
I could do reps of 110. I used to train them.
Oh yeah.
I used to do like I do
You got
100
good
pounds with
tendons.
just like a rising back pressure like this, 100 pounds. But then 110, I would just sit there and just easy, like just
Yeah, you're really
rep it.
strong for your yeah, you are really strong for your size though. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? If I didn't see you curl, I'd say bullshit. But
Yeah, that
I
one time
seen
at
it.
your house, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that one time you shocked me. I was like, really? Because I mean, for me, I was lifting and everyone else was struggling, and then you did it, and I was like, whoa, yeah, yeah, you actually fuck, you got strong biceps. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more
You
than my
don't
body
even,
weight.
yeah, you don't even do much exercise in the gym.
Not anymore. I used to though. That's why I used to do it. Like I used to just go every day and just spam biceps, man. I used to just love biceps.
Well, right now I'm
I
biceps
used to sit there
because
and just boom,
well,
boom, boom.
I've been watching Ermey's. I've been watching the way he hits and starts, and also how he pulls, and his bicep to arm, like lower arm connection, is so good. Like his ability just to be so statically strong in that rise.
If you're super statically strong while being neutral, it's more your brachialis.
Yeah, yeah, but he does his
But yeah,
exercises. He does everything in a brachialis, like
the thing is,
the outer bicep. Yeah,
if you can even apply a little bit of supination, you can activate that biceps to like drive in then over.
yeah,
You could
yeah.
that's the trick is if you need to drive sideways, supinate a little bit to activate more bicep, and then
Yep.
come back
Well,
out if you want to drive.
yeah, just a little bit on your lower hand. Yeah,
Yeah,
the lower
yeah,
part of your
no,
hand.
that's you can activate your muscles easily. Like that's how you flex your
Yeah,
bicep. So if you
yeah.
need more side pressure to match, try to get a little more supination
Okay.
and then try to
Yep.
go for top.
Exactly. I actually did that against Chuck in the first round because I had it, where I peeled
Yeah,
him, but he wasn't moving. He had everything
you
stopping me
need
that
you
way.
needed more bicep
And did you
activation.
see me? Did you see me come in
Yeah,
and
I
I
did.
just
Yeah,
yeah, and I came in and I got
boom,
it.
and then you're like, okay, boom.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, totally.
It was slow motion, but at least I did it. You know what I
No, you
mean?
did it. I mean, it's even harder to do slow than it is fast. Fast,
Yeah.
you weren't using explosivity. You were trying to just out. out muscle him.
Yeah, muscling. Yeah, yeah. I
But
wasn't
once you commit
using.
to out muscling, you have to commit all the way, right?
I
You
was
can't
changing angles, but you're right. I was doing it with muscle rather
with
than
muscle. Yeah,
with torque, like speed.
yeah.
Yeah,
With acceleration, you were
yeah,
doing it
yeah,
just raw torque.
yeah. I was just feeling the hole slowly and then going to it.
Yeah,
It was funny though because I went like this, and I felt a little block, and then I changed it, and his arm went like that. It was just like just 5 pounds of pressure, just in a different direction, and
I'll
broke his
take
arm.
sometimes, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I was gonna say, yeah, Sean, did you hear about his big match he picked up next weekend?
I did
Yeah, yeah.
big,
He's gonna be
big.
pulling Carl Stanley. Yeah,
Carl Stanley, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And he has
Matt's
some
pulling him.
experience with him. Yep,
Matt's pulling him left. Sean's pulling him right.
yep, yep, yep.
That's gonna be crazy.
Well, you know what? I'd heavily favor Carl probably like before, but I think Sean, he might have a chance. He's pulled him already, and outside of straps, he felt something. But he's got to stay
Yeah,
away from strapping up with him, I think. Unless he thinks he got an angle that way. But I know Carl, he's so connected and strong. I think he should try to get him out of straps. But we'll see.
yeah. No, for sure. I'm really hyper excited for that match. I don't think I'll see Sean before that, but I wish him good luck there last practice before I
Yeah.
headed out.
I wish I wasn't so. I'd like to go down there with them and see it and shit. And I think there's an event. No, there's no event. It's just them pulling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If there was an event, that'd be
Wow,
cool.
I saw something about it, a little picture.
Mm.
Like it's a super match.
Yeah, there's a lot of super matches. There's a lot.
Yeah,
I think
but
there's a
I didn't
4-way round
see.
robin.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see if there was like a tournament on the side or anything. No. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be
thought
kind
it.
of cool. I'm excited to watch it. I like those eight like battlegrounds I call them.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have a battleground one day.
yeah. We'll make one. We'll do one. Yeah,
Yeah,
once we land like a venue that's easy and like doesn't mind having events there all the time, we'll it'll pop up. You know what I mean? There'll be somewhere where we can even Stu's in that building when the nice weather comes, or maybe any
yeah,
time of the year. Maybe he'd let us. Yeah, that'd be cool, right? Yeah,
that would
battleground.
be cool.
Yeah, because we don't do that kind of shit here. Yeah,
No,
no, that would be a good idea. Yeah, drinking a
but
little.
a super match battleground, not a tournament battleground. Obviously, a super match battleground where you cherry pick everybody that's gonna be they're all really good. So it all kind of it's gonna be great matches.
Oh, we could, yeah, the matches we'll make too. And then, so you guys are probably snoozing, but I got 4 weight classes made already. Yeah. So
I only have one.
I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna, yeah,
I gotta jump back on it. I gotta get back on it.
no, I'm gonna get it done. And then when I'm done, I'll start trying to get the rankings from Saskatchewan and Manitoba and BC too. And
Let's see if
what
we
we'll
can get
do,
stats from everyone or as many as we can.
yeah, well, what I was thinking, what we should do is I'll get all the lists of all the rankings, and then what we'll have to do for the next, I'd say 3 months, is just kind of keep track of all the arm wrestling in all the provinces, and then compile a list for Western Canada. Yeah. But I want to do it fairly, right? I don't want to just be like, oh, because I don't even know half the people in the other provinces. So
No, I've met a bunch of good guys from every province now. I'm starting to
yeah,
like,
I know some, but just their rankings, I don't. Yeah, not sure.
that's the thing. I think they might be able to help us a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, for sure.
find the right guys who kind of know the right things. They'll kind of give you the rundown.
Yeah.
But
Clifton wants to arm wrestle
yeah,
you.
we'll have to make sure
Sure.
it's credible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I use two arms, maybe
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
not like this, like this.
Me and Dale got up to 135-pound dumbbell curls on Sunday, but we're not doing your 155 or whatever it is you're doing, but we're working on it. Yeah.
Extra strong.
Yeah, he's strong, man, that guy. Yeah.
I need to start freaking eating freaking 16 eggs a day. Studies have shown you eat 16 eggs a day. If they say 12 to 16, but let's say 16 to be safe. It's equivalent to like a mild to decent HGH cycle.
Really?
Apparently, because the way your body works to make human DNA, you need the yolk and egg white. That's why just eating egg whites sounds pointless. But when you eat enough of it, you have enough to synthesize human HGH. So your body, I don't know. I looked it up, and apparently it was a study and everything. That's what they think's happening. And you're synthesizing it into human HGH, and anyway, it's supposed to boost it by a lot. But you have to eat 16 eggs a day.
I've been doing a lot of study on HGH, and you know what? There's a lot of benefits to it when we get older. Yeah. And it's you know, it's been taboo. They say your organs fucking grow and everything. And I think that all is true when you abuse it.
People have gigantism for 35, 40, 50 years sometimes, and they're getting it nonstop. So I think as long as you have the right dosage, you're fine. It's not going to kill you.
Yeah, the thing
now, if you have a tumor or something, you know, it'll grow that too.
But I read one report that even if you took like three UIs a day, that's not even close to what you had in your 20s. So, because when you get older, that's what depletes is your HGH, right? So, I mean, you could have higher testosterone being older, but still have a hard time healing.
The leading cause that they believe for Alzheimer's is the lack of HGH. It's that the neurons that remember age and they stopped repairing, so you lose that access to that memory because it's beyond repair now.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
But then sometimes it gets through because there's, it just barely makes it through. So you kind of have a memory for a minute or something. Because a lot of the time they try to do HGH related stuff to cure Alzheimer's or for studying it because they want to. They learned if you can get enough though, it does help turn it back a bit.
Yeah,
not a cure or anything. It just helps mitigate.
People like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said right on his podcast,
and he takes 1 UI a day or something.
He takes 1 UI, which is almost nothing, and he takes it every day. And everyone takes it an hour before bed too, because apparently it's ester's only like 3-4 hours. So you're supposed to take it an hour before bed, and that's when your body uses your HGH the most, is when you're
sleeping. Repair, right? To repair when you're in REM. You get to REM, you start repairing, right? Before REM, your body's doing like I think 10% of the repairing. It's when you're in REM, maybe more than that. I'm not a scientist or anything. They just say REM is the majority of your repairs in REM. That's why people that don't have good REM sleep are always super tired and drowsy.
Yeah.
Because they're walking around with micro tears and they're sore and.
Yep, exactly. And even I used to be that way. I used to get like I'd train and it'd be 2 weeks before I could even think about going back on the table. Like
and lactic acid builds up, and if you don't know how to flush it out, you'll get all. But I mean, enough of that nonsense. The freaking Mansaf was today as well, I believe.
Was it today? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was too. Yeah, because I think Miles posted a couple medals.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, let me check.
That's a big one. That's their big one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, man, that's big. Yeah, I haven't seen any posts yet from it, but I hope everyone did good. I hope everything went well.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it did. Sure it did. Yeah, that's, you know what? It'd be a cool match. I was just thinking is maybe like get SB here and get him to pull one of our top guys.
Caleb?
Yeah, I was thinking Caleb. Yeah, I think Caleb would be good because I think SB would probably hit him hard like Dustin did round 1. But I think if Caleb gets any kind of stop after that, when he gets fired up, because he's always a little off first round, Caleb, for some reason. Usually. Like if he does lose a round, it's usually the first round. So
I think he needs a physical, real reason to get that amped up. Yeah. So if he just lost, that pisses him off. So it literally pisses him off. It's not a fake. He's not forcing any emotions. It's 100% real.
Oh, Tim Gibb or whatever. He said he got second place and first place in 176.
No way! Good job, Tim.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn, that's crazy good, dude.
Yeah.
Was that
I don't want to talk about Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. That fight was fucking rigged. I don't even want to talk about it. That fight sucked. Yeah.
You know what? You call it an exhibition, then I would have accepted it.
But they did call it an exhibition, and it was an exhibition, but they changed it because
if it would have been, it's just they
lied to people. They lied to him.
It was boring. Is what it came down to in the end. Right? It wasn't very entertaining. That was everyone wanted the entertainment factor of that. But and the thing is, exhibition. You know what you're expecting when you call it a sanctioned pro match. You're expecting a pro match. It looked like Mike Tyson just gassed out and then was just an old man trying to stay on his feet, man.
He looked more athletic in the fourth round than he did the first round. The first
It was
two
weird.
rounds,
And then like
he was
neither guy was taking advantage of
yeah,
like
and I
key
seen Mike
moments.
Tyson. I seen Mike Tyson throw a punch to his face and pull it back. Like I was just
Well,
like,
at one point he got rocked by Jake Paul, and Jake Paul like could have capitalized and just like backed up. I'm like, what? I don't
yeah,
know.
it was
I
all
don't even want to
I,
talk about it. Let's
it
just
died.
leave it at
Yeah,
that.
let's
That
just
it's
leave
a
it.
boxing
Yeah,
match.
that's why I don't
That
watch boxing anymore. That's what
And
killed
yeah,
boxing.
Tyson is just too old. He's 58. I mean, I said this going into the fight. If he takes one good punch, you're going to see him get rocked. And what happened?
Yeah.
The first good clean punch, he was
Oh
all
yeah.
rocked
Oh, it
off.
was
I'm
just
like,
a
yeah,
little, and it was a grazing punch too. Yeah.
yeah. I didn't say a great punch, just like the first like solid connection. Like you said, it was grazing, but like it hit him, and then he
Right
went
by the
with it.
temple. Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
it
like
still hit
this.
him, but he went with it, and it was
Yeah,
like,
his
he
legs
didn't
were
go
like,
far enough, so he did kind
yeah,
of. And then you saw him like get all jumbled on the feet. I'm like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the one. That was the best punch so far, and he got rattled, and that wasn't even like a huge
That
hit.
wasn't even a yeah. Yeah, it was fixed. I
It
agree.
is what it is. I didn't have any money bet on it, thank God.
Well, what's interesting is who's all going to be showing up at Mayhem.
Mayhem at the mall. That's a
It's
good
usually
one.
really huge. It's really big.
I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna compete because I've got injury right arm, a couple things going there.
It's in
But then
the
the
air.
left arm, I got a match coming up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm feeling good for that match, man. Damn, I'm feeling so good for that
Oh,
match.
that's good. That's good.
Dude,
Well,
you don't even
yeah, and you're
understand.
focusing. You have no choice but to focus your left right now.
Dude, my left is better than my right now. My left might be better than my right has ever been
Like, oh, okay, that's
right
good.
now. I don't know how it got there, but I'm telling you, my left is getting real good.
Fuck yeah, that's
Better and
awesome.
better every day. Like
Well,
I can get stopped down by the pad and
yeah.
just fully surge over.
Oh,
If
you
I
can
can stop it down here
uh,
on the arm, I can surge
you can
every
still
time.
surge from down
Yeah.
low. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I won't necessarily pin them, but even like bigger guys, I'll be able to surge a little bit. I'll be able to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something if,
I
as
know
long
you
as they
mean.
jump on my arm. I mean, if they're trying too hard, no, but
Yeah,
as
yeah.
long as they give me some sort of gap, right, to
I know
pull
what you
with.
mean.
That's how
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
supposed to pull. They're supposed to pull a little better than you, but then leave holes for you to try to,
yeah.
that's when you get a little better. When you're first starting, you don't do that. But when someone's been pulling for a while and you're pulling against a senior, the senior is going to pull a little better than you, but
Yeah.
leave holes for you to kind of learn to take.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
eventually, like
Well,
you'll
see,
take them down because they'll let you.
and when I'm on the practice table, even if I'll go really slow, even if I'm outpowering you, and I'll actually not so much you, but a lot of weaker guys, I'll let them go into their power just because, right? Like, why not? I'm obviously stronger, better on the table, not better, just stronger, right? Bigger, and sometimes better than the other guy.
No,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah.
define better.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll let them because why not? It's about working, right? And it's about getting something even out of the guy, even if he's weaker, right?
Totally.
I'm done. I started now that I practiced it and I'm losing my pride on the practice table, like the 70%, I'm actually turning into a firm believer of it. Like I don't mind.
Totally.
I didn't like it for a long time. I felt like, well, no, because if he pins me, he's gonna start talking like, oh, I pinned you. You know what I mean?
The
But
people that I know that are below me, what I try to do is just like hover around 5% above them,
well,
and then just give them something. Like I said,
yeah,
just kind of give
yeah,
them some stuff here and there.
exactly.
Or
Well,
do the opposite. I'll let them go. I'll go 5% under them, and they'll kind of understand and be like, okay. And
yeah,
then it'll kind of be
yeah,
me kind of
that's
pretending like I'm
right.
a little weaker fighting at them, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's some guys that practice I just avoid now because it's just pin, pin, pin. Like there's no let's see how this works, or you know what I mean? Like explore it. No exploration on the table. It's just,
Yeah,
I pin you. And a lot of those guys don't compete a lot, and I think they look at practice like competing, is what I'm starting to think, you know.
yeah.
But
Practice isn't is no. There's no winner and there's no loser in a practice.
that's right. There's two winners if you do it right. You know what I mean? Always.
There's two learners. Yeah, you're
Two
both learning,
learners, two winners. Like, yeah, because you're learning, you're winning.
dude. I There's stuff that I'll be pulling, and all of a sudden I've had it even recently. It'll just click, and it's something I've known, but it's a different. I'll mentally know it, and I'll mentally know it, and then all of a sudden my body will know it, and it blows me away. I'm like, wait,
It
it's
programs it.
different. I mean, like it's
Yeah.
different. I don't know if I can explain without sounding crazy, but
Well, you can. I've had it.
it was all of a sudden I went from me trying to do it physically, putting the effort in to do a move, to 2 minutes later. being able to do it.
Came
Nothing
naturally.
changed
Mhm.
except for just something clicked in. I don't know, like a
I had,
0.1% difference in an angle. Like it was,
yep.
I just figured out what was going wrong. You know what I mean?
I was in Lethbridge a couple of weeks ago, and that's exactly, I had a moment like that
Yeah,
because I had that Jason guy. He's strong,
yeah,
really strong, but he just pulls like crazy. Like he's reminds me of Mighty Mouse. He just always headlines. But
yeah.
anyway, I was like, no, I'm going to use my 60, 70%. And it was kind of cool because all of a sudden something clicked and all of a sudden I was really good at it. And basically I was able to use my frame and like my skeleton rather
Yep.
than my muscles. And I was able to hold them, let them do
Static pulling
stuff.
with your tendons.
Yeah, but I wasn't straining and I was breathing, I was calm.
Yep.
But yeah, he's actually really strong. But I was just everything was flowing nice. Like I found this
Nice.
zone, right?
And that's what more table time will get you. That's what you can never get by training in the gym. And that's
Mhm.
what people, if you've
Mhm.
been arm wrestling for a long time and you're not wondering why you're not getting it, you're probably just not doing enough table time with the right
Right.
people or just
Yeah.
enough, right?
You gotta do table time because you gotta.
Dude, I've arm wrestled so many people in the short amount of time that I've been an arm wrestler, like with like after pulling and stuff. Dude,
Mhm.
every single one of them's taught me stuff. Every single one of them. I'm grateful for all of it. Like every single person I've arm wrestled has taught me something. So I've
Yep.
learned like 3,000 things about arm wrestling from
Well,
individual perspectives.
there is
So
a
it's like
thing
there's
with
always
your
something
weight.
else you can do. There's always something else you can try. You know?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, but the thing is with your weight class, okay, I got a little bit of an excuse why I have to approach it not so much different, but I got to do a little bit more in the gym because my weight class, there's no limit to it, and the strength keeps going, right? Like so, like you do have to be good. You do have to do the table time.
Now
I have to
there
do more
is
of it. I'm lacking in it, but I need the strength.
you might need the strength, but look at people like Victor. Look at people like Dustin Houghton.
Yeah, but even Victor's at the point now where he's losing only because of strength. His technique is really
True,
good.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
But think of it more to if you could be as stylistically proficient as they were,
I know, and yeah, but
boom.
that's the thing. No, no, you're right. I look at it. There's two ways,
Because
right?
now look how much power you have
Yeah.
on top of them, right? So
No, I
boom, you're
agree.
already just.
I agree.
It's
I've
going to
seen
take
it
years
work
to
out.
get there.
I've
You're right about one thing. It's a lot easier to put power on than it is to put years of arm wrestling
the table
training.
time. Yeah, there's no argument on the table time. People will
No.
argue it. Listen, I chose the path of getting really strong
Mhm.
and
That's the
and
number one
not
thing.
and only doing table time when I'm not sore. But the thing that's nice now, I did it kind of backwards, but now I don't get as sore from table time, and I can do it more often, and it doesn't affect my gym. So I can actually do way more volume of table time now. Now it
This
took
is
me
the
a
truth.
now, yeah,
This is the truth. People say you can't do both. You can if you
yeah,
have two things: enough sleep and enough food.
yeah,
If you got those things, you're good to go. Most
yeah,
people can't afford to sleep
yeah,
100% 8 hours a day
yeah.
or like a good six
I know
or
what you
something,
mean.
or and they can't afford to
And
feed
to eat
themselves
healthy, yeah,
3,500 calories at least. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So most
Oh,
people say
you're
you
right.
can't do both because you can't afford it. But if you
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
why not do both? If
yeah,
your body can adapt to it, you're getting enough nutrition, you're getting enough sleep, you
yeah.
go
Well,
hard, right?
it took 2 years for me to strengthen my tendons where I can do it because it was more of I wasn't physically able to the first, I had to make a decision, right? Now I could have just done all table time and I'd probably be better now, right? But I'd be going, oh, I need more strength to beat the top guys, right? So now my progress has been slower, but now I'm at the point now where I got my gym balanced and I could do table time a couple times a week and get away with it now.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah.
No, and I can because like I'll pull people randomly too. I have a table right behind me, and like Jared
Yep.
came over a few days ago with Bree. Guess what we did? We were pulling, right? So I mean, and then I'll try to get out to Red Deer more now, but I'm over at Dale's a lot, but like I said, I'm getting my access to the table now. But what I do recommend for anybody, yeah, go on the table as much as you can. Like if your body permits it, even when you're sore, if you have a good training partner that you can communicate with that you're sore, you can do things and actually rehab the injury on the table. You know, I know you can, but it's just, having good communication with your training partners as well, right?
Oh yeah. Well, that's another thing. You don't want to get injured in training, right?
Well, yeah, and I did. I ripped my bicep tendon on the practice table. So, I used to go stupid at practice. you know. But now I got a little wiser. Enough injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to compete in Masters and the Pro. So I'm gonna just hope that I don't get ripped apart in the Masters and give her hell in the Pro. So
Yeah. Yeah. Josh Bellin's there. Well,
yeah, I know. I was against Josh in the finals last year in the Masters. So
nice.
but it was still cool. Like, I
So
still
in the
got
finals, that's awesome.
yeah, it was the finals. Yeah. It worked out.
First and second match, not awesome.
And that happens a lot to me. I'll get him like first round or something. It's
Get like Darren and then freaking Josh.
oh yeah. But I'm working on catching Darren. He's attainable. Unless he's training. If he's training and he's in the gym, I don't have a chance probably. But I felt his power in the summer, and I think I'm getting close. I'm close to that. So I'm not far off what I felt at Sylvan Lake that one day. So
yeah.
Right. It's nice pulling the stronger guys, especially in practice. You get a really good measure on their strength. You know what I mean? And the nice thing about Darren, he just wants to pin every time. So he always just goes and goes full out. So you kind of getting an actual reference range of his power, right?
Yeah. And his lane.
Yeah, in his lane, exactly. And he was ripping through me and I was starting to slow him down, but it was the same lane every single time. It was a high punch and drag. He comes up like this and then drags to the back of the pad. And I just need a little stronger back pressure and I got it.
And then you'll get there.
Yeah, and I think I've closed the gap. I'd love to practice pulling him right now. It'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Practice pulling is very key to good development.
Yeah.
Practice pulling is just practice. That's all it is. Just going to a normal practice. You're just practicing people not in your club, right?
Yeah. And don't be afraid to tell the other guy what you want to work on at practice.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of people
Cody makes a good point. A good club is key, of course, because the advice you're getting, if it's better advice, you'll get better habits that will last longer. You know what I mean? So you'll have good habits built up, not bad habits built up.
Exactly.
Bad habit being staying stationary on the pad too much. If you don't have someone saying, "Hey, move your elbow, keep your elbow." If I didn't have someone always saying that to me, I still to this day be pushing so hard down on my elbow every time I arm wrestled. I used to just push straight down every time.
Yeah, when I first started, I did that. Yeah, exactly.
So you need someone with the good experience to teach you the good habits.
Yeah.
And how to stand right, how to stand at the table right, how to use the table to your advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you got to have a good team to teach you the right things. Yeah. Someone says, if you're going to pull right hand, put your left foot forward. Sometimes, if it's a specific style, maybe, but 9 times out of 10, you want the opposite. You want the right leg for the right arm, left leg, left arm.
Yeah,
it gets the weight underneath the arm. It gives you more physical connection.
Well, yeah,
I'm and your arm. Like this, I have less connection.
Yeah, and your arm is just an extension of your body. Yeah, but your arm's just an extension of your body. And when you're pinning people, you're not going like this. You're using your whole body and pinning.
Unless you're Brian Shaw, no.
Yeah, he's actually looked better. Did you watch the super match the other day?
Yeah, let's talk about that. I did watch the super match today. Round 1.
Yeah, round 1 he just got stoned.
Up and put down. He got turned.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. Yeah, no, but he was like this. Boom.
Yeah, and he said, okay. And then he just tightened everything.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to feel it out, but
he wanted to feel it. Yeah.
Feel it, yeah. Sometimes when you feel it,
and it got flashed
too much, and then you're like, okay, shit.
Yeah. Because you could tell the strength was not even close. So I think you're right. I think he was just wanting to feel Buddy's strength in the first round, so he knows how hard to go. Which is smart, like when you're just.
I think he was surprised with how strong the guy was. Like I don't think he wanted to get pinned by the guy, but I think he gave too much, and he's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And then that's why he was he fought center so hard. Which
the next time it was just boom.
Smart.
Yeah, he was.
And the thing is, he's doing a lot of things naturally, like fighting center the way he was, and he's such a big guy is the thing too, right? The table looks so small. He's at like the children's table, so he can just dominate that whole center, right?
Yeah.
Super long arm, super big hand, long lever, freaking. It's a big advantage for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Brian Shaw excites me, man, because his following is huge. And he says he doesn't do anything half-assed. Everything he does, his goal is to be number one. And he
Yeah.
doesn't care how long. And the fact that it's a challenge, that's what he lives for. And that's what he did with World Strongman. And now he's already said that arm wrestling is World Strongman for him now.
Apparently he's
That's
going all in.
crazy. That's all
He's
in.
going 100% in.
It's
I said I don't think he could be number one
but
because he's not going to go all in. But if he's going all in, man, give it 5 years, he could be number one on the planet.
he could.
I only say that because if Levon keeps getting better, if Levon starts training
Yeah.
harder and keeps excelling, and Levon's already up here and Brian's here. Brian to get here, if Levon's accelerating, it's gonna take longer. You know what I mean?
It would take longer, yeah, but I think he'll still because his trajectory, because of how strong he is physically, like I don't think Levon on a total physically strong level has ever got close to where Brian has been. Because
No, not nowhere near. And that's
no,
the big
no,
thing is it might only take him. It might only take him a year and a half, 2 years. It might because he's going all in. And if he's going 100% full on, he might get 5 years worth of shit done in a year and a
you
half, 2 years,
can,
right?
especially if you go make it full time. You
Because when
make
people say 5 years, they're imagining a certain set of
no,
progress
yep,
over time, right? If he
exactly.
can triple that progress, he'll do it in 2 years.
Yep.
I mean, if he does it, I mean, I could see Brian freaking. I could see Brian taking down some names really soon by what you think, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't know about top 10 yet, but I could think of a couple guys that I think he could
Did
beat
you
already.
watch the Brandon Allen practice?
No, but
Put it this way, Brandon Allen, Brandon Allen was like, oh shit, every time. Brian Shaw just went like this and pinned him at will, no matter how he did it.
from what I've seen from Brandon Allen, it is his strength level isn't crazy super high. It's
No.
his angle that makes him
His open
proficient.
top
So if
roll.
you can just block that angle, from what I've seen, this is
He couldn't even do it with Brian though. He tried. Brian just went. It was like no technique and like ugly technique and just strength. And Brian didn't even feel Brandon Allen. That was like
what was the name of the guy freaking Buddy pulled?
Who? Who? Oh, the guy that Brian Shaw pulled? Was it Chris something or not sure. Let's see. Oh, should be pretty recent. Post. The guy was at Arm Wars. I seen him at Arm Wars years ago. I'll be curious. Okay, right here. They don't say his name.
It's Chris something. After I'm gonna have to watch the video here to
Yeah,
see it.
it's Chris something. Yeah, his first ever practice match is what he says. Wow. Oh yeah, that's what Sean said to me too. He said that after all this shit's done, that he'll do a couple mock super matches with me. Just practice ones. So and then probably probably in a few weeks we'll do a fake super match at the club. Chris Kaufman. Okay. Yeah, that's his name. Oh, I don't hear you anymore, Zach. You're muted.
My bad. I said everything muted. It's the Juggernaut Chris Kaufman, Fort Collins, USA, 6'2", 112 kg, U.S. national champion in 2013.
Yeah. So he used to be good. But he's
He
probably
was national
strong.
champ at one point.
He's probably strong. It's just Brian's so damn strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like like the guy didn't have a chance against him.
No.
No.
It does show, but the thing is, it does show that last pin. Brian came up and just kind of not great arm wrestling technique.
No.
Crazy strength to just do that, but I mean that's like Dennis Saplenkov level of power.
Yeah.
We
No,
don't
he's
see.
got so much power. Yeah.
We've only seen a couple guys do that. We've seen Dennis Plankov do that. We've seen Michael Todd do that. That's about it. The only
Yeah.
guys that can rip somebody from one side of the table to the other with just pure this power,
Yeah. Yeah.
just slamming down, Michael
Yeah.
Todd, Dennis Plankov. I don't
Yeah.
know anyone else.
Yeah.
Like
Brian
no
Shaw.
one. Camille Jablonski can't do it. Camille goes for this. This is different. This is just like an ulnar chop just right to the pad, just from here, boom.
Yeah.
Michael's really good. He did take a naughty recently. Like he's really good at that. But I mean, he faced Dennis Planko, so they both had a similar lane, right?
Yeah. 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 That's true.
I saw
Yeah,
that the '98 arm wrestling was in the chat saying hello.
oh, 98, eh?
Yeah.
Hello. I've been watching their pods the last
Oh
few
yeah,
days.
they got some good pods.
Yeah, no, I've been watching. He did like some crazy 6, 7 hour one the other night. Yeah, they do some long ones, and then they just have different people coming in constantly. I mean, we could do that one night. We could do a marathon one. It'd be kind of cool. Just invite like 20 people or whoever wants to hop in.
Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah,
make it a party.
yeah. You know what? We'll do that. You know what we should do? You know what? Pradeep and Jake shouldn't get all the fame. We should friggin' do a watch party like on East versus West or something.
Yeah, be careful though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're just talking about it, right?
You do one of those, you're on England's no fly zone forever.
Oh, I guess so, eh? Yeah, yeah.
No,
You know
England made
what?
a.
And I
It's
swore, and
not
I.
illegal. We have a total right to do it.
Oh,
So,
you're right. You know what? I
but
and I said I would never do it too. Actually, I remember not liking it because I felt like it did steal pay-per-views. So you know what?
England said if you do that, you're an enemy of East versus
Yeah,
West.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
So that's
So
why Jake isn't.
yeah, but
That's why Ryan Bowen initially was. That's why Ryan Bowen was banned from East versus West. He's like, no, I'm allowed to do this. I'm in my
yeah.
country. It's totally allowed. Like this is
Well, I
not
know,
illegal.
I know.
And he got banned. From what I heard, I mean, I'm not talking shit, and it's just what I heard. That's what started the conflict, and then of course Ryan
Yeah,
likes to talk shit, so of course he's talking about the shit on Engen, and that's fair.
yeah. But then Ryan didn't end up doing it though. It was. I don't think. I think he ended up not
No,
doing
and then but that's what Jake too does them as well. I'm pretty sure that's why he's not
it.
on
No, I
good terms
get
with
it.
Engen.
Well, listen, I don't care. You know what?
I don't want. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna live my life based on what some random guy in
Yeah,
another country. I'll tell you
exactly.
that much.
Oh, and I'm
I'll
not
just
gonna
say that.
either. I'm not gonna either.
He's
But
not doing that for us. I don't think
yeah.
you know what I mean. Like no
But I
one's.
could, yeah. But you know what? If it wasn't for the athletes, though, maybe you know what? If they get
I think
more
Engen's
money,
a good guy for the sport for sure.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
don't have.
and if the pay-per-views, like, let's say the pay-per-views are better if we didn't do the live commentary, and the athletes get more money. If the athletes get more money, then it's cool. Then it's all good,
I
right?
don't think there's a single time anyone has ever who was going to already buy the pay per view didn't buy the pay per view because they're like, yeah, this will be better. To
I
listen to the
wouldn't. I
commentary.
wouldn't have done it. I would never.
I don't think there's ever been that case. Anyone that's listening to the commentary wasn't going to buy the pay per view to begin with.
Yeah. No,
That's
you're
kind
right.
of the whole premise. If
No,
you're
you're
going
right.
to that extent to find a talk through of it,
Yeah.
unless you're watching it and watching him, that'd be the only thing I could think of that would make sense. Besides, you weren't going to buy it anyway, unless you want to
Yeah.
watch it and listen to what Aussie arm wrestler has to say, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I like Jake. I like listening to him.
Oh, sometimes I watch East versus West and listen to the commentary over there. I do.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. See, that makes sense to me. If
Yeah.
you're pairing it, that makes sense. It's Engen was pissed about people who weren't pairing it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or he thought it was more of a you're choosing that over
Yeah.
East versus West,
Yeah. I
right?
get it. I get
Which
it.
is just 100% not the way it is. No one's going to
No,
choose some random commentary over watching the matches.
I
If
wouldn't.
you're if you're listening to the commentaries because you couldn't afford the matches, you weren't going to buy them. You didn't want to buy them anyway, right? Like
Yeah, I guess
if
that's
you want
true
to see the
too.
matches, you'll see the matches. I think
Yeah.
that's just how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know
That's how I
what though?
see it.
We could always do. You know, what we could do though is do some smaller events that don't have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That don't have like even an event that's just live streaming. I mean, we could.
We could live commentary some live streamed events. I
Sure.
mean, there was nothing streamed this weekend.
No, no, I looked. I was looking. There's
I was
nothing.
looking too. That's why I was like, I haven't seen it.
Oh, there was
I haven't
one.
seen
There was
anything.
one in California. Yeah.
I
Derek
didn't see it.
Smith was
Yeah, I
commentating.
didn't see that one. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Leroy Walker
Is
is
Derek? I don't think Derek Smith's arm
getting
wrestling
better.
anymore. Eh?
Getting better. He's strong. Yeah,
I think Derek Smith done arm wrestling. What I heard.
he seems like it. Yeah,
Well, what I heard, he's just going to train people and maybe do a left hand match here and there. Or something's what I heard.
yeah. I don't know. I think
So
he's
for
got.
everyone, everyone knows Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler are about to start fighting right
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, what's the main event? Not them. It's
John
Joe
Jones and Stipe.
Stipe, yeah.
Miocic.
I can watch that right now. It's
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
I
letting
don't
everyone know
want.
that the co-main event's starting now. You're
Yeah.
probably already watching it if you're watching it, but
Well, you know, I don't know. Mayhem. So you're not competing Mayhem. Okay.
no, I won't keep me, man. I've got an injury and got to save this
Yeah,
arm here.
that's 2 weeks out from Lloyd Minister, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you coming to Lloyd?
No, no, I'm not coming. Well, originally the reason I wasn't coming is because I was going to Montana, like at the end of the month. So I was like, I'm not gonna. If I have a match in Montana, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
But I right now I don't know. I'm still. I haven't talked to him. I think it's getting canceled. So I haven't heard anything. So no follow ups, no nothing. So,
Mm.
but I did have a match anyway. New Year's Eve. Yeah. Yeah. I had
Yeah,
a
I
couple.
think it got pushed to. I saw the poster.
Did you? No.
Do you see that new poster Arms Again
No.
posted?
No. No.
You should check that out. They posted a poster, like a flyer, kind of basically I think what's going on. Arms are getting back for more for late spring of
Oh
2025.
yeah, I know that. Yeah, this wasn't going to be Armageddon though. This was just going to be a red
Oh,
M
okay,
spot.
okay,
Yeah, it was going to be half slap fight, half arm wrestling.
okay.
Yeah, but I guess maybe it fell through or something. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know that they asked Dustin Finley to pull me.
Hey,
That's a big match. Yeah,
that's a big match, especially because he's
strong.
yeah. But I think I know the lane that would stop him.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
I
want
know how
to.
to stop his press. I know the lane to stop his press.
Well, if you rewatch Len's match, you'll see the lane I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Len did have a lane there. I think you took the same lane as Len.
yeah.
That's hard to say. I said it right though. And you maybe have a secondary attack prepared, one way or the other. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and I
think
do.
you might be able to finish it just because Len so crazy good in that one lane, but he doesn't really have a secondary.
He
I
doesn't
think
have a
you might be able
transition.
to sneak in a secondary attack in there, right?
I have a good transition. Yeah,
So get him. See, the thing is,
I know
if
what
you
you
want
mean.
to get a good push, you got to get them on their back
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because when they're on their back, they have a chain of muscles they can use. So as they rotate, they're going to lose access to that chain. So if
Yeah.
you can push them here and then put them on their back, they're stuck with just the hammer curl. They
Some
can't
guys are
do all
crazy.
this. This stops working when you're curled up
Yeah.
to here. You can't. This doesn't work no
Yeah,
more.
they're not Michael Monster Todd.
No, no.
Yeah.
They
Have
might
you ever
look like it
seen
when they're
him?
pulling, but
It's all pronation and brack. Yeah.
if you're fast and aggressive, you know what
Yeah.
happens in that
You don't even,
situation?
yeah, yeah.
Same thing that happened to me. Just
Yeah.
you just get ripped open.
I would be like, I already know what I'll do. I'll do what I did to Chris, but like fast, I'll hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
hit
get
and then transition, like not slow like that. Yeah.
no, you got to be the aggressor, right? You
Yeah, I
always
gotta
got
be
to
the
be the aggressor.
aggressor. Yeah, yeah.
There's like three styles where you're not the aggressor, and you kind of still are. It just looks like you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's
You
my
kind of
post
still are. I explained
my
it before. It's
posting
like you
top
are,
roll.
but
Yeah, my posting top roll one that I do is definitely more of it's a reactionary, but it's not to the pin pad. It's more about getting control off the go.
well, if you can control their entire wrist back,
Yeah,
but they still have their pronator, as long as you are on top,
yeah.
you can just drive. You can just drive
That's
that
right.
way.
Yeah.
Because they'll be able to pronate and pronate and pronate and roll and roll and roll, and you won't actually separate as you go down.
Yeah.
That will then unless or Monster Michael Todd, and they just and then you're not separated. But
Well, that's the only way. Yeah. Yeah. And Dustin's stopping power looked more like didn't look like a pronated stopping power. It was a little bit, but it was his cup. It was like,
it looked like it was coming from his wrist bone,
yeah, yeah, it was.
like
You're right.
inside. So
But then
he
he
would
used the
grab and
arm.
rotate from it, like rotate right from that wrist bone. Yeah, like the palm.
Yeah.
Sorry, not like just on
Um,
the palm. Yeah.
yeah.
So probably combined with the cupping and that palm roll,
Yeah.
because
He was able
he
to
was
get,
waiting for Len to hit, waiting, collecting it, and then coming over, right?
yeah.
Which was
Yeah,
really
because then
smart of him.
Len was sitting here, just sitting there.
If he would have met Len, he would have got pinned. But that was he is a good arm wrestler. He was smart enough to realize it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta not meet. I don't gotta run at the bull here. I gotta
Yeah,
pull to the side. You know.
yeah.
You got to be the matador, I think they're
And
called.
then he just made it about the arm. Yeah.
And Len, he's super strong and everything, super fast, super connected, but he's not about raw torque.
No. So it's not no. He's all about speed and there's torque, but only on the hit, right? The problem is he
Raw,
puts
yeah, raw torque is slow. I have
yeah
torque, but it's speed. It's
yeah
just like kind of
speed
like Len.
torque.
It's
Yeah
speed torque. It's not raw
yeah
torque. I mean, my
yeah
left, I kind of have some raw torque in there,
yeah
but the right, I kind of got to be speedy.
yeah. And Len gets his body so far over that he can't come back up.
Probably because when he was younger, he had a little more endurance, so he was a little quicker. So he could, as they would go to pull him, straighten him out, he would kind of let off. I'm guessing and kind of come back on top.
Yeah yeah
But
yeah
now I'm guessing he just doesn't have the speed for that anymore. And he probably does try, but as he goes to do it, he probably gets pulled over. I'm guessing because
yeah
he
yeah
does. It looks like he's overcommitting, but I think that was probably part of his style, and it worked probably so well, so overcommitted that they're hanging on so tight that as
yeah
soon as he goes to change, he gets so much right.
yeah.
I tried to look up videos of him when he was young. I can't find anything. Like I found a few, but can't find anything like.
I seen one him pulling Earl Wilson at Nationals.
Yeah, I've been looking, but I'm like, I want to see Len Poulsen freaking when
Len sent me a couple too. Yeah.
he's definitely one of the greats for sure.
Yeah, he told me a story. He said, I think it was like 2003 or something. He said that he was against, I don't know, Earl Will, somebody. And anyway, he
Yeah.
turned around, his bicep let go. But anyway,
Yes.
he ended up like taping his arm, like holding his arm and whatever. And he still went up and finished. And he just went up tight like this and pressed. Yeah. His
Yep.
bicep was ripped. Yeah. Yeah. And he ended up winning. Yeah. Yeah. He told me
Yeah,
some stories.
that's I mean, you can see how good he was in Dustin, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dustin is
Dustin's
if
really
anyone
good.
doesn't know, Dustin's the man, man. Like he's
Yeah.
crazy good.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'll see if I can stop him at Mayhem.
Dustin,
Yeah, I'll try. I have to try if I get him. Right.
good luck, man.
I know. I
I'm gonna
know.
be a realist on that one.
Yeah, I know. You know. But I
he's
would.
he's 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 pretty close to Caleb, right? Him and Caleb are pretty neck and neck. So I mean, that's a
Yeah,
tough
but
ask.
I think I can. In a match. I mean, I'd lose fast, but I mean, I think I can slow him down. See, Dustin,
Yeah, I mean, he
Caleb.
doesn't have his hand isn't as big as Caleb, right?
I think I
You do
can.
have a bit of a
Yeah, I think with Caleb would power through me, but I would slow it down. I
yeah.
think I would slow it down. It wouldn't be it'd be him just slowly gaining and then ripping through me and pinning me or something. But I
Well, just look at
don't
his
think
match with Jay. Look at his match with Jay, man. He's
I
freaking
know.
strong.
He's so
To just be
strong.
like, "Rah!" and just rip Jay
Oh
across the
yeah.
table, like that is
Yeah.
insane. Like that's
Yeah. But that's why he's
crazy
gonna start
levels of
pulling.
strength, right?
That's why Caleb's gonna start pulling more. Like he's gotta man, he's like he's just waiting to bust out. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just needs that.
What we need to do is freaking get someone to come down here and
Yeah,
really pop them off. Get someone to come
we'll
here to
work
pop
it
them
out.
off. Get him
We'll work
really
it.
motivated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That almost happened when he fought Chance Shaw.
Yeah, no, I know, but Chance saw he got robbed, man, a little bit because
Yeah, you got
two of those
early pin
rounds he
calls.
stopped him. He stopped him, and Chance goes, "I don't know, I didn't pin him." Chance said he didn't pin him two of those rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't blame him
It
for
is what it is. I
stepping.
mean, it's years ago now, so fuck it. But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But now, fuck, I'd love to see that again. Yeah, yeah.
do you know who I think? Man, there's Caleb could beat so many guys. Is the thing.
I
I
think yeah.
I know I have a pretty good idea where Caleb's level is. So he's very good.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
the thing is, Caleb kind of okay. He's a lot of mass, a lot of muscle. I've
yeah.
seen it. It's not every time it's hit or miss, but sometimes he burns like a very hot candle. Really hot, but really quick.
Really.
I've seen him burn out randomly to pretty far extremes before. Not it's the thing is it's not it's probably how many carbs he had or based on something
Yeah,
like that. I think
yeah,
generally he's got good endurance, but I've seen just random days where he's got just it's not working for him.
yeah, yeah. But
So
everybody.
like I said, probably more diet than anything because 80% of the time his endurance is great, like
Listen,
amazing. So it's
I've
like
pulled Caleb when he doesn't feel as strong as other times, but you know what I mean? Sometimes he
I've seen his endurance. Like I mean, this is also like now let me prefix this by saying usually after like an hour of training he's not that tired.
Yeah.
I'm talking like after an hour of solid training, he was really tired. So
Yeah,
it's like I'm not like he's saying he died out instantly. It's just like
oh
in it,
no.
like I made it sound like he was burning out
And
quick, which
Caleb
is like
ramps up. He ramps up too in a
if he's
match.
really pulling, if he's pulling Matt, if he's pulling Sean, if he's pulling like a bunch of like the big guys and stuff, you
Yeah.
and stuff. After an hour, sometimes I've seen it where
Yeah, if
he
he just
starts to burn.
if he continually pulls bigger,
But
stronger.
I think what he needs is he needs that more is what I'm getting at. He
Yeah,
needs to burn himself down to that level more
yeah.
so that he can work on his technique a little bit. Because he's the problem is he's so strong. It's probably hard for him or
Yeah.
anyone else to critique his technique because there's so much power involved. You can't see where if there's any mistakes. You
Just
know
a
what I
few
mean?
guys in the club, yeah.
I don't think I can see any.
Oh,
There's just too
Matt.
much going on. There's too much
Matt.
power. I
Yeah.
can't. You know what I mean?
Matt and Sean, I can see in when he pulls Sean because Sean will get in with his shoulder and block it sometimes, and like
Mm-hmm.
I can see Caleb work and
It's
power through it. You know,
exactly so. In those moments, that's where it's like he can get some work in. But if he got working like that every week, dude, I'm telling you, he would be like.
well, right now I'm gonna do
I
some
don't think
mock.
anybody. I don't think anybody would beat him in Canada at his weight. I
I
think
think
he's this close to there right now. I think he's this close to being number one at his weight in Canada right now.
problem is we got to get him a match or two, so that way we know where he
But I
is.
mean, maybe we have to
But
solidify
for
it.
him to
Whatever
get a
he
big match, it's gonna be
You
hard to
know
see
what? Maybe
him
we
pull
should
him.
get him on Mac.
Oh yeah,
Get him on
but
Mac against freaking.
it will depend on funding. See, because some money got pulled out, and that's why I kind of couldn't go because originally I was going to get my flight, everything when I went to Mac, but then
Yeah,
they lost a sponsor. It's not their fault, but I
yeah.
just couldn't really
Well, that's
afford it.
the thing. We're gonna try to get sponsors for because we're gonna try to collab with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get some sponsors going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think we'll be able to get some because what we can also do is we can try to do
we might be
oh,
able to
don't talk.
sponsor him down the road. Yeah, we might be able to
Right.
sponsor him one day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
why not? I mean,
All right, I think I gotta go make some food as it were.
yeah, I gotta go too. But it was good getting on anyway. Shoot the shit
Yeah,
again.
we could chat about stuff. If we would have saw more of the man sass stuff, we would have touched on it more. We'll probably
Oh,
touch on it Tuesday on the pod.
Tuesday. We'll watch all the matches and we'll
We'll see
know.
footage by then. We'll see Tim destroying left and right,
Yeah, and maybe if
dominating.
Dakota's on, we'll try to get what's his name back on.
We'll get Buddy back on. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, good guy. But okay, man. Let's have a good night. See y'all later.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.